That snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We
you want one
can't,
quick question?
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey,
Let
Rashad.
me bring this up since I put it in the title. And this one won't be that long. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I'm going to let y'all know right now. This one won't be that long. Okay. So you guys probably seen it by now. Clark and Angel Reese. In the second half, Indiana pulled away from Chicago today. First of all, I appreciated watching kind of Angel Reese's new role as point forward under Tyler Marsh, new head coach over there with Chicago at the beginning of the game. Hitting the three, kind of bringing the ball, starting the play, kind of her offensive attacks from the top of the key. I really appreciated that. Caitlin, it looks like just more of the same, but a bit more crisp and kind of like she like more confidence now. Like she knows what she's doing. She knows what's going on, all of those things. So I don't know. Both of them look like better basketball players. I'll say that off top. With this particular play, I didn't see it in the scope of the game, like the context, because after the first half, I went over to a housewarming. And it's ironic. It was a housewarming for my sports editor. And so, like we're all talking and chilling and stuff like that. I'm trying to be in the moment, trying to stay off my phone. But like people are talking about it. So I'm looking at it and kind of, putting my phone away. And then people start leaving the house, saying, "Oh, thank you for inviting us. Congratulations on the home," blah, blah, blah. And they leave. So I take this as a moment to look at my phone. And I see and I'm like, yo. And I tell everybody around the house, like, yo, this is crazy. I told my sports editor, he like, who's on the clock today, who's working? And it was like just some news dude. And he was like, you can go on my laptop. Right. So I had to write the story right there, then and there at the party. But it only took about 30 minutes. And he said that I could get an hour off of work this week. So I was like, okay, that's cool. So I wrote it and I looked at the highlight and it's just crazy. I think the initial foul to stop the layup was the initial foul. Afterwards, after Caitlin fouled her, Angel Reese, she pushed Angel Reese, and that was the flagrant. And that was what kind of brought out the response from Angel Reese. And obviously, I think it's on both ends. Like, Caitlin Clark fans try to act like she's so unbothered because that's how she presents herself or whatever with this Angel Reese situation. And Caitlin Clark fans can say whatever they want about Angel Reese, about Angel's not on her level, blah, blah, blah. Like, Angel Reese had 17 rebounds. She had 17 rebounds in this game, and she still led all Chicago Sky scorers. Like, the facts are the facts. However, I definitely think it's been evident since the championship game, since Angel Reese did this, it's been evident that Caitlin doesn't like Angel and Angel don't like Caitlin. And the media hype around it, kind of the division to promote the game in kind of like the name of prejudice and racism, which is ironic. They come out with this stop hate, don't bully, don't be racist campaign, the WNBA. And at the same time, they're like, welcome the WNBA's biggest rivalry, Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark, which is based in race. I think it's a funny thing. Both of them obviously do not like each other. No, regardless of how much they like smile and high five each other at the All-Star weekend on draft night and say, oh yeah, but I have no problem with Caitlin. Caitlin has no problem with me. It's basketball, it's competition. Them two do not rock with each other, bro. It's evident. It's evident. Like it's a clear as day, bro. And it's been like that for the past 3 years. So with that being said, you kind of saw it in Caitlin giving that extra shove to Angel, just like, man, get your. It was kind of like that, like kind of like a man, get him. And Angel's response was, I'm tired of you. I'm tired of your fans. I'm tired of being compared to you. I'm tired of your name constantly being brought up when mine's brought up. And now you're going to try this. You're going to push me in front of national TV when you know everybody watching us, when you know everybody waiting for us to do something like this. You got some nerve. We should have kept it basketball. Y'all currently up by 14 points. Y'all about to beat us by 58 points. Keep it basketball. Keep it cute, sis. That was Angel Reese's response. Okay. All right. Aaliyah Boston pushed Caitlyn out the way. She said, "You the money. Don't even deal with this. We'll deal with this." AB probably shouldn't have pushed. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna push. Yeah, you shouldn't have pushed it that much. Because, I mean, let the two get it out, bruh. This could have been the end of the beef. This could have been the end of all tension and all fake smiles and stuff like that. Like, if y'all need to have a real conversation, once again, like we just did a whole hour on Zoe Spencer and Kai Cenat. That entire thing could have been prevented from a simple phone call in the past 8 months. In the past 3 years, these two have not had a real conversation. A real conversation. Not no, you know what I'm saying? Not no, oh girl, I love you. Oh no, I love you too. Like, no, have the conversation. This is how the discussion has made me feel as a black woman. This is how the discussion has made me feel as a white woman. You know, when they go with the racism things on both sides, right? Because it's like on the black woman's side, I feel unseen, I feel unheard. You know, I get called, you know, Seth from Ice Age, I get called ugly, I get called this, I get called that, and overrated and trash, and I should be unalive and all this stuff. Like, this is what I get called from people who call themselves your fans. And Caitlyn, on the other end, it's like, I'm literally 23, 24 years old, and people want me to suddenly be this girl from Iowa, this white girl from Iowa who just has all the answers to racism in America and speak with such, you know, elegance and everything. And I've tried to speak on it on a couple of different occasions. And it seems like when I throw that out and I say I don't stand for hate, I don't stand for racism, it seems like it kind of gets cast into a sea that nobody really pays attention to. Like, they need to have this conversation, bro. Just have the conversation, dog. Like, enough with the, oh girl, we love you. Like, nah, bro. Like, have the conversation, get it out. Get it out. You know what I'm saying? Because this moment right here of the Caitlyn shove and Angel's reaction to it is them. It had nothing to do with the play, bro. It had nothing to do with the play. How Caitlyn said it was a basketball play. You don't shove somebody down after fouling them, bro. Like, nah, that was personal. And Angel's reaction was obviously personal, bro. So it's like, that was some years up of everything built up of, like, because Caitlyn was, remember, like we said, like when Twitter likes was a thing and she was on somebody else, like, they both been sending shots at each other. It's just Caitlyn, I guess, has done a quote unquote better job of hiding it and seem more unbothered in the public eye than Angel has. But both of them been sending shots at each other. Both of them do not rock with each other. It's clear, and they keep acting fake and da-da-da. Y'all don't have to rock with each other. If y'all want this to be a rivalry, cool, it'll be a rivalry. But don't say it's not a rivalry and we don't hate each other and it's played out the narrative that y'all trying to, you know what I'm saying? Because now you gaslighting the fans. We see it from 1,000 miles away. I see it from here in Louisiana, states away from both of y'all. It's some, y'all don't rock, and we've been seeing it for the past 2-3 years. I think just keep it real. Just keep it real. Y'all don't like each other. Okay, cool. It's a rivalry. We're gonna keep it at sports. We're gonna keep it at basketball. What our fan bases say to each other online is problematic. It is what it is, but we told both of them to stop it. It ain't cute. It ain't this. It ain't that. And they still gonna talk how they talk. Because at the end of the day, human nature is human nature. And the reason why this has grown up so much is because of just humans' divisive nature. It just is what it is, bro. Like I said, it's the reason why the biggest fights in boxing are between a black guy and a Mexican, or a black guy and a white guy. And it's the reason why the NBA went up after Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird. It's just how we work as humans, bro. It's not right, No, it's not right. Division is not right. Yes, one love, kumbaya, yeah, all that stuff, right? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is there's division. If everybody was the same skin tone color, people would divide each other based off of nose shape. Like, yeah, long noses. Yeah, wide noses. What's up? Yeah, we don't mess with the long noses. We wide nose gang. Like, people always gonna find something to split up. Like, I told Mark this last year when Mark was on the channel. Shout out to Mark, by the way, Mark Schindler. It was like, in your hometown, right now I'm in a city where people are like, oh, you ain't from the city, you from da-da. And it's like a place 5 minutes out. I'm like, is it really that much of a difference? It's 5 minute drive out. Like, you're really gonna do that? Back home in Atlanta, bro. I spent most of my time growing up in Marietta. On my dad's side, I was in Atlanta, and Southwest to be exact, off of Cascade Road. So it was like, when I'm growing up, I'm like, okay, what do I claim? People like, all right, you should claim Marietta because that's where you spent most of your childhood and where you was raised most time. You say you from Marietta, oh, you ain't from Atlanta. What high school you went to? You ain't from Atlanta. And then Amaretta made the whole song. These places that is 5 minutes, 15-minute drives outside of Atlanta ain't Atlanta. You know what I mean? Like, people always gonna divide within something. Like, we all from the same metro area, and you saying that we not. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Dark skin versus light skin. Like, it's always gonna be a thing of division between something. And I think kind of at the forefront of that is what we're seeing right here with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. It's a perfect storm. It grew the game. In the name of ugliness and ugly debate. I will also say this. I used to think comments from Caitlin Clark fans on my videos were like the most racist things that I was seeing on my videos and stuff like that until I started doing them videos on Carmelo Anthony, bro. When I did them Carmelo Anthony videos and the videos on Shiloh, the white woman who called the 5-year-old autistic black boy at the playground the N-word because because the black boy allegedly stole from her child on the playground, and she called him the N-word with the hard R, and then repeated it again for camera and said, well, you shouldn't have been acting like one when he pressed her about it, when the parent pressed her. Like, that's when I saw some legit race. Like, I was like, oh yeah, this Caitlin Clark stuff is nothing. Like, that's the real racism. Because in one of the comments, Buddy was saying something about me. I said, man, you real bald behind that keyboard. He said, oh, I just looked it up. You in North Georgia, ain't it? Well, I'm in North Alabama. That ain't too far. Come see about it in person. Buddy, I'm not coming to no dang Alabama. Come see you. You think I'm going to come to your turf? Is you crazy? Man, look, I said, nah, I'm scared. You got it. You know why? Because scared people live. I said, I ain't going to. It's different. It was way different level of hatred and everything like that with that type of racism on things outside of basketball versus this. That doesn't make this right. And I still think it's like based in prejudice, but it ain't no hardcore racism like that real racism. It's levels to this racism stuff. Yeah, but that's what it is at the end of the day. The Fever looked good. Obviously, like I said, they won by 30, 40 points. Kind of lived up to a lot of that preseason expectation by adding Natasha Howard and adding DeWanna Bonner DB, and then Sydney Colson for the vibes or whatever in the locker room and things of that sort. And Sophie Cunningham too. My bad, Sophie. I almost forgot you. But you know what I'm saying? They added a quality team around Caitlin Clark. And the preseason, you know what I'm saying, expectations for the most part have been pretty accurate. I expect them to be a top 4 seed and contend for a championship. Do I think they'll win the championship this season? No. Anthon Sports has them winning the championship, and Anthon Sports has them being the number 1 seed. I think if both of those are the case, then I think Caitlin has to be the MVP. If they are the number 1 seed, if they do win, Caitlin has to be the MVP. I don't think they're going to finish number 1. I don't think they're going to win the championship. So therefore, you guys have great critical thinking skills there. Yeah, man, that's how I feel about the situation. That's how I feel about the game. Angel got better. Caitlin got better. At the end of the day, that's what really matters the most. Angel still, you know what I'm saying, kind of like struggled from the field after kind of the start. Because from the start, she was finishing well, back-to-back layups, back-to-back shots around the rim, missed the three, and then took another three and drained the second one. So it was like she started off well. But I guess in the second half, offensively, just kind of didn't necessarily pan out for her. And I think she fouled out. I think she had 5 fouls. If I got that wrong, just correct me in the comments. But I think she had 5 fouls and fouled out. So that's how I feel about the situation. I'm just glad that both of these young ladies got better at basketball. And the thing about the W, bro, it's only 13 teams. So as you guys saw last year, it felt like they was playing every other week. It's going to be the same thing this year. It's only 13 teams, brother, sister. We're going to see this matchup about 8 more times. So grab your popcorn. Angel, just step up with your play. You know what I'm saying? Shut them up with your play, bro. That's the only way it can go. But I'm glad I feel like for the first time we've seen a real moment, a real genuine moment of how folks feel about each other and you know what I'm saying, and the response and everything like that. Like I felt like we saw a real moment. So this is a legendary picture, by the way. This from Bree Lorick. I know she's been shooting Caitlin since Iowa days. So this is a crazy shot. I think this is iconic. You know, this is one of them. They're going sports history. It ain't this one, because this one is the origin story. If you know, you know. But this one is probably the second best Caitlin Clark Angel Reese photo I've seen. Side note. And to have her two, you know what I'm saying, former teammates, like the returners, 2 of her vets with her. Oh, I don't know if you call AB a vet, but Kelsey for sure. To have them be the ones that support her, like one restraining her or one, I don't know what she's doing because she's trying to walk away. She holding onto her arm. Probably just too much going on and stuff. And AB pushing her away from the situation. I don't know. Good photo. And that's how I feel about the situation. Chicago needs Kennedy Carter. I like to end by saying that. Chicago needs Kennedy Carter, bro. They need a scorer. Because Angel Reese was the leading scorer with 12 points. I thought Ariel Atkins was going to step up and perhaps be that scorer, but I might have been mistaken. At the same time, you know, this new player, new team, everything like that, getting adjusted. When you look at Vegas, Jewel Lloyd had like the 4th most shots on the Aces. And salute to Jackie Young and Chelsea Gray. Respectfully, Jewel Lloyd should only be getting less shots than Asia Wilson. Because it's Asia Wilson's team. Asia Wilson got the statue. Asia Wilson got the book and the shoes and the Nike line. Like Asia Wilson should be the only one that has more shots on the Las Vegas Aces than professional scorer Jewel Lloyd. And with that being said, Ariel Atkins needs to figure it out too, or y'all need to just sign Kennedy back, bro. Tyler, whatever call you got to make to the front office, y'all need Kennedy. Y'all need Kennedy Carter, bro. Y'all need that scoring. Because 12 points as your leading scorer is yikes. It's pretty bad. It's not working. That's it.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.